Okay, so for today's video, we are going to be cash stuffing my weekly wallet. Today's cash stuffing is going to be a little bit different because we have a little less funds than we normally do. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel, The Almost Organized Owl, where we are on a mission to get organized in our finances through budgeting, cash stuffing, and savings challenges. If that is something that interests you, please stick around. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, this cash stuffing for my weekly wallet is going to be a little bit different. We are cash stuffing for the first paycheck for the month of May. And this one was a little bit tighter than normal because we had to pay our entire mortgage amount. I have been working trying to figure out how to half the mortgage between paychecks so that I can split the mortgage amount between the two paychecks so it's not so heavy on the one paycheck. But I thought that I had a good system going at the beginning of the year, and I don't know, somewhere I fell off. The purpose of splitting the mortgage in half, I guess the goal is, or what we were doing was I was taking the half of the monthly mortgage payment from the previous month paycheck. So the last paycheck of the previous month, I would use some of those funds to go towards half of the mortgage. And then the first paycheck of the next month, I would put towards the other half of the mortgage. And I guess I wasn't doing it in a timely fashion. Our mortgage company gives us about, I believe, 10 days to pay the mortgage before they assess the late fee. I don't know. Somehow I didn't figure it out, and we ended up having to pay the full amount of the mortgage with this paycheck. And so I have to try to figure that out because doing that really messes up our, financial situation. So I say all that to say that this stuffing is going to be for 1 week worth of expenses as opposed to our normal 2 weeks worth of expenses. And we are banking on some side hustle money to cover our expenses for next week. My husband's side business, as well as some sales for my Etsy shop, which I will get into later. Let's go ahead and count the funds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That is 200, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 217. All right, so 217 is what we have to stuff today, and that is what is on my cash breakdown sheet. I sell these in my Etsy shop. They come in a full 8.5 by 11 sheet, and you can cut these slips out and laminate them, or you can just reuse the slips. Or you can just use the slips that are there and then reprint them if you need more. I also created designed a Post-it note version of this where you can, it comes with 50 Post-it slips, and you can just take it off and stick it on your money or provide it however way you would like to. And this is actually designed based off of a suggestion from Busy Lizzie over at Busy Lizzie Budget. So thank you so much, Lizzie, for this idea. I truly appreciate it. So if you would like this, it's also found in my Etsy shop. So both of them are there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this cash stuffing. Like I mentioned earlier, we are going to be banking on the side hustle money for my husband's side business as well as the Etsy shop. And so Etsy puts money in a reserve account. And right now, I believe that the reserve account funds won't be released until next week, I'm hoping. But most of the time with the money that I earn from Etsy, I just reinvest those funds back into the account to purchase shipping materials, different materials for the shops, scratch off stickers, paper, that sort of thing. And so typically we don't see the funds that come in from Etsy sales because they just kind of get recycled. But this time around, my husband asked me this morning, actually, babe, where's the money from your Etsy sales? And so I went and looked, and it apparently Etsy has put some funds into a reserve account, and those funds will be released, I guess, like I said earlier, early next week, hopefully. And then we can use those funds to help stuff some of our expenses. If anybody knows anything about that or something related to that, if you can drop me a comment in the comment section, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm a little bit confused about why they're holding on to these funds. Okay, so let's move on with the cash stuffing. We're going to be cash stuffing $100 in groceries. We actually went grocery shopping, and so we have pretty much set based on our previous the money that we had in our grocery envelope previously. So we are pretty much set with groceries. We just have to get some filler items, milk, eggs, that sort of thing. Fruit, mainly fruit. Produce is so expensive, and our children absolutely love produce. Okay, so here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so $100 is going into groceries. And next is our gas. So $60 is going into gas. And we should be okay with that. That is one fill up for us. And so hopefully, if we don't do a lot of traveling this week, that should be totally fine for us. Okay, so let's move on. Next is fun money. That's not getting anything. Next up is our children, and children will be getting their allowance. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff that. So that will be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is $15 for our children for their allowance. And honestly, we only have 2 of our children who actually earn a weekly allowance because the other ones are just too small. We do like little chores, odds and ends around the house, just tidying up certain areas, making sure the bathroom sink is cleaned and wiped off, that sort of thing. Just little things. So it doesn't require a whole lot. So 15 is what we would give them for that. Next is just us. We're not putting anything in there. And then finally, it is family fun. So family fun is going to get the rest of the funds, which is $42. We actually have this. Dollar looks really rough. Okay, so we actually have some things that we want to do with our family this weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend, and we are going out with my mother-in-law, as well as our children have some fun activities at their school that they are going to be participating in, which is like a carnival or something like that. And so it's a huge fundraiser at the school. They sell tickets, they have prizes and games and that sort of thing. It's going to be great. And so we're going to use some of those funds for that. Now, obviously, those funds are not going to account for all of our spending for the weekend, because $42 is really not enough money for our entire family to go out to eat, in addition to paying for the games and things at the event. But we are going to use those funds until they are gone. And then, like I said, hopefully my husband will get some side hustle money in this week, and then we can utilize those funds to help actually what we are banking on. So, I'm pretty sure it will go well. My husband has a pretty good client list going, and it should be fine. I'm not really too concerned about it. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mamas, all the grandmamas, all the aunties, the cousins who act like mamas. I appreciate you all. The world would not be the same without mamas. And so we are so grateful for all of the mamas out there, all of the women who stand in the place of mamas, all of the female figures who take on motherly roles for their family members, take on children. We truly appreciate your support, your sacrifices, and thank you to all the mamas. I pray that you all have a beautiful day celebrating you. Take a little bit of time out of that day to relax and enjoy your time and celebrate yourself as being a mama figure, a grandmama, or whoever you are. We appreciate you. And to all of those who have lost their mama and their mama has gone on, I pray that on Sunday that you will have the opportunity to remember the good days, remember the good times that you had with your mama, and that you reflect on those days. To everyone, thank you all so very much for watching, for stopping by my channel. If you haven't done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. And to everyone who has already subscribed to my channel, thank you. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, bye. That money won't. My husband gets some side hustle money in this week that we can I want to say a heartfelt happy Mother's Day to all.